What's up? I just kind of in the middle of my workout and I decided to get this video with because I want to clean up, after I'm done working out and then also play, I guess, Resident Evil 4 again. I decided to, get back into it. Not because the game's coming out, I probably would have tried to get back into it anyways. But this is the thing, man. So sometimes my mind would start brainstorming, just brainstorming, and they're really like good points, very good, valid points to life. And the thing is, it's only to myself. So sometimes I use YouTube for that, and sometimes most majority of the time I don't. It's something because after a certain point, if I don't get it out, it's gone, and then I'm just moving on to something different. But this is the thing. I'm actually going to put it under the description, like under the video, and you can, read the comment yourself. But what happened is, my mind started to brainstorm, and I just wanted to get my thoughts out. Didn't like it's like I didn't give an S. I don't want to cuss, for this video and stuff, but and I just put it in a group text. Group text is I don't join. I don't care being people's group text, but it's a big group text with several people, and I decided, put what my brainstorm is. And the whole point is I'm going to post it under this video. And as a comment that a lot of people responded to, hitting thumbs up, hearts on it, blah, blah, blah. And some people could see controversial. I don't. I'm not one of those kind of people that get upset by things. But I'm not going to say on this video because when I brainstorm something, it's just like everything flows, like everything goes in exact order. When I do a video, things jump around and it's hard for me to remember the exact order how I said it and blah, blah, blah. So if you want to, you can read that. But I will explain, how my mind usually, how it's like got this way, about, when it comes to religion. I'll say that, then you can read the comment of what I put that people liked and whatever. Is something I told my son. I said to, I said to him, it's like, so if someone says they believe in God, does it mean they're good? I just wanted to see how blind he is and blah, blah, blah. And I think he answered the question right. Yeah, the answer is no, and I was a person that learned that too late. I was way too old to not know that, where, it was my I got because I the cuss guy. I always got a card cheating. I had a cheating and whore girlfriend that mom was been putting around the town, but she talked about God a lot. And I remember what she did, but I actually left her a message, and I remember she did something like cold hearted, and I said, I thought you believe in God. I'm just very confused. I'm talking to you because I thought you believe in God. I don't understand this, and I was actually left that, and I left that, it actually was a voicemail because I was confused. I was confused who believes in God and has this kind of mindset, and that was stupid of me. Just to understand that, the thing is, I didn't actually understand, that time, and I hate that part of me that I was just so naive. And the next thing is, this also explains why I don't really go to church anymore. These last two things is, I remember going to this church and then walking out. I ran into this girl. I'm like, I know you from clubs. You're a racist bitch. I told myself I wasn't going to cuss, so I'm going to, but I remember just seeing that. I'm like, yes, you're a very hateful bitch. I mean, I know you from clubs. And no, it's just like, why are you going to church? You are not a good person. I was actually confused by what is the point of people like that going to church, And the last thing is when I was done with church, is I wanted to get out and cuss out the preacher, and it was one of those big crowded churches too. And when I was saying this with my parents, this guy was angry behind me hearing me say this, and I was actually using the word racist, but because I was too young. This was way before all those two things I said. I was really young, and this guy, when we got out of church, he just kept staring at me angry, angry. I just ignored him like he wasn't even there because what the preacher was saying, he was talking about gay people and talking about how they got this certain thing. Scientists found this certain thing in back of their heads, and I knew it made no sense. Something about in their bones, And the thing is, what happened? Interesting. I think it was. I don't know how many. It was the same year or years later. I don't remember. And then the same speech Leonardo said in Django Unchained about black people having a certain thing in the back of their head. And I was like, damn. But no, I was, so I said, I'm done. I'm done. I said, so I was done with that church. So I was basically just done after that, and and the last thing is, I want to say, and then I'll explain something. Some people might think this could be because of the situation that I talked about before in this video. It has nothing to do with that. My beliefs, uh, uh, I'll get to that in a second. But through the whole Trump era, where I constantly kept seeing Trump used as Jesus and God, all that, and pictures of people doing photoshops of God and Jesus, and I mean God and Jesus, Trump and Jesus, and all that, and they constantly use Jesus to justify, the things that he does, and what was it? Give me a second. Yeah, and then when I remember, I can't run to some videos where someone chose a person. I can't speak. Tells a person to describe one thing that Trump does that Jesus would agree with, and they couldn't come up with one thing. Not one thing Trump has ever done that Jesus would agree with. Not immigration, none of that, and blah blah blah. But I remember kept constantly running into videos of people trying to use Jesus, but they can't describe one thing. And so what's going to be on that video? Under the video is exactly why I get into that. And then the next thing is to say something about my. There's more to go into that, but I have that in the comment area, so I'm gonna keep going. But my situation thing about my beliefs and stuff, how it made a lot of my it really broke me, going to the situation. My thing is, what I talk about in that comment is people do use God as agenda to justify what they do. Like, I explained as the KKK. I learned that by watching certain movies, which it'll be in that comment. But my thing was never, in the same scenario. Because I wanted to put in that comment as like reminds me of my situation, but they hit me, no. Because my thing is, I felt being this person, all good things would come my way. And it was until that situation happened. And then I have been very broken, felt beaten, exhausted, to knowing, all these things I didn't matter. What was the point of it? I thought doing these things is why all these good things were happening to me. And so it just really felt like, because this is the situation was in private now. If you didn't see it, you just didn't see it. Yeah, it's something not small, something not small at all. And I just been in a different kind of world in my head. I've been in a very different kind of world, and this ugly world in my head. But so what mine was, I believe like they believe that they're doing the right thing, being hateful and blah blah blah. But I'm saying this mine was just, always be this kind of person I am that has like you can't find a flaw in it, and would it get me? And I said, like I said, I wasn't perfect, but just imagine if I was perfect. Those small things I think of that I just, probably didn't do what I, right, if I didn't do those small things, then I would have been so angry, thinking, what was the point of it all, But anyway, so that's off of that. But anyways, I got to go. But this video was supposed to be really short, and I just wanted because I really was just going to say, yeah, check out. I'll post it under this video. You might have to give me 30 minutes, probably upload a video, and I'm working out, and I'll post the comment under the video that I did in the text that people are liking. And it's just something that I just been noticing, because if you don't know this, is I'm very good at reading people, and you can only read people by a copy of something that you see so many times. And this is something that I kept seeing. And and there's other examples. I talked about these videos before where the people label themselves. I don't label myself, but there's a certain side, I'll say right wing or Republican, they have the same hateful pattern, and that's I said I'm aware of it. But like I said, I don't pick sides. I can just see a pattern on people that call themselves certain things, and I see what side it's where I said there's a flaw in that side. And I said my belief had no flaw, and I thought good things. But that has nothing to do with that. It's just it's the other thing. So I just want to say, so it's not really my situation that leads me to ask these questions. It's the things I've been seeing over and over again, and I see it in the White House. But all right, peace. I got to go and finish my workout and upload this video. Just give me time. I'm gonna try to post it as soon as I can under it. So I might have this video up for like 30 minutes at least, and then I'll post it under this video of the comment I gave people. All right, peace.